I am with Erwin Musper. Erwin, please explain your background, your incredible music background.
Oh,
Tell us who
well,
you are.
I just retired from a career of about 47 years in the recording industry. I was lucky enough to become successful enough to travel the globe and work with some of the best artists. For instance, David Bowie was one of them, Jeff Beck, my personal favorite guitar player, Van Halen, Scorpions, Metallica, Def Leppard.
Kind of mind
Uh,
blowing. You have so many
yeah,
incredible
I
stories.
had many hats. One of them was a recording engineer, another one is mixing engineer, another one is record producer, talent scout, musician. Sometimes I did all of that in one production, and other times I was just hired as a recording and mixing engineer. One of the nicest ones that I remember was an album with the band Chicago.
Now, Erwin is someone who has his name on, what, 80 million
80 million records sold
records
and counting.
sold
Yes.
and counting? That's incredible. How does that feel?
Oh, fine.
It feels fine. Well, I think for me it would feel incredible. That's why it's an honor to be speaking with
Ah,
you and to be in your studio here in, of all places,
Ecuador. Yeah.
Ecuador. It sounds like you're living your dream.
Yes, I lived my dream for 47 years, and I plan to retire from the dream and just do nothing.
This is the part two of the dream, to be in Ecuador, to have a studio. But there's more to being here in Ecuador than just retiring. You discovered
That
something,
was not my plan.
but it's not your plan.
No, no, but as usual, I think John Lennon said it. Life is what happens when you make other plans. I walked in with my camera, and I saw all those kids, and I never looked back. It was a life-changing event for me.
Over
So,
60
yes, yeah.
children at this orphanage slash foster home here in Ecuador.
Basically, when I first saw all those kids, uh, they had prepared dances for us and whatever they did to thank the donors, and it was so incredibly moving. Kids 2 years old to 18 years old, they were very, very happy. They looked happy. That was the biggest thing. It looked like a happy place, not like a depressed place, what you would associate with the word orphanage.
Is it a happy place?
It well,
I've been there. I'm just trying to get it out of Erwin to explain.
it's just hard to talk about
Yeah.
because it's more than happy. These kids, they've been through the most horrific circumstances. I can tell you all about each individual child, but when they are basically dropped off by the police and taken into care with the caregivers there, that moment is life changing for them. They don't know it yet, but I have pictures where you see them brought in more dead than alive, and within 2 3 months I have the most vibrant child on my lap, as if nothing ever happened. That's how good they are.
Well, some of the background stories you've told me, Erwin, about the kids are so painful to hear. Abuse, neglect.
It's sometimes hard to talk about because how can you explain that 5 kids were found on a dumpster? So they were eating, and whatever the city dumped in the on the trash mountain of the big city, and they were surviving on that. 5 kids from 5 to 12, and when they were brought to the orphanage, well, of course they never had an education. They were all illiterate. They had to, get up to speed to be able to get to a regular school. Other 2 kids were found tied to a tree in the forest. Just sheer luck that they found them, and they are there. Another girl was beaten with a steel pipe, so her leg was completely shattered and not taken care of for years. So
And she is in the process of reconstructive surgery.
Yes,
basically re-breaking her legs and fixing.
Yeah,
it.
she was about to be in a wheelchair when she was 14, and they said the only thing is if there's money for an operation, she will avoid that fate. So that has been taken care of. So now she has at least a future of not being tied to a wheelchair. So all these things happen in the orphanage, and even though that it is a real happy place, you see it in the eyes of the children. It is also a place that faces many crises because officially it's funded by the Ecuadorian government at the amount of $4 per day per child. Last year, from April to November, nothing came in because the government ran out of money, and then I think April 16, the big earthquake happened. Mm-hmm. So that is when all the resources went, of course, to that disaster. This thing needs to stay open because the kids are really going through a miracle. They are being transformed from heavily traumatized kids to hopeful young ones that start talking about the future, that have smiles on their face, that interact with their brothers and sisters. When you walk into that place, you think you're walking into paradise. Like, it's the happiest place on earth, and that doesn't happen just by chance.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. From teaching the DJ classes with the girls,
yeah,
you can't imagine that this is their background. They were so focused, and they were so happy, and so grateful, and so loving. And this is why we need your help, to help support. There was a week recently where they didn't have enough water for showers. What happened then?
Well, they had to little buckets, and so we're now going to set up a steady supply of water. There were other things, like when they ran out of food, we did fundraisers. Another thing is we found out that, well, if they buy a lot of food, it starts to rot in 2-3 days because it's hot here.
Of course.
So I started another fundraiser, and just a month ago, the freezer room was financed and built. So now we save about $1,000 a month in just buying our food, and $1,000 is 25% of their monthly cost. So it's a fantastic thing that we were able to do, and all the kids never know about this. Mm-hmm. Because we should keep those things out of their eyesight. Mm-hmm. And to kind of distract them, we have set up guitar classes, piano classes, English classes, well, now DJ classes.
DJ classes.
And
birthday cakes.
Oh, every child that has a birthday, I keep it on a calendar, will visit and will get a birthday cake. And
a dance party.
And a dance party. And I'm a, how would you call it, avid photographer. Mm-hmm. So I'll take thousands and thousands of pictures. So when the kid has her or his birthday, they not just get the cake, but they get a frame with a lot of pictures. Mm-hmm. Of the last couple of months. So they have a little bit of something to remind them of funny things that they have, like pool parties and
cake,
yeah, all
dancing, hugs.
It makes them incredibly happy.
Now the youngest here is?
Well, the youngest was brought 3 months ago when she was 3 days old, and her mother was a 12-year-old girl, I think, by her uncle or something, and so that's a horrible thing. But the youngest didn't even want a kid, so she was dropped off. So and we had another one who just turned 2, and basically it runs the span of just being born until 18.
And why is it, Erwin, that you feel like this is something you need to basically invest your life in now? What does it do for you to hear these little children scream your name, hello, and I love you, when you walk through the gates?
That's why I do it. It's a
simple.
deeply felt, emotional, how would I say that? Obligation. You cannot turn around, walk away, and imagine that this never happened.
Mm.
These kids are hopeful. They are relying on you. I think I should never, ever be a disappointment. I have to be there. I have to kind of see in their eyes how they're feeling if they are depressed. So you can give them a little more attention. The young girls, they always come screaming and they run towards you.
I've seen this. It's real.
It's yeah, and that does it for me.
Yeah.
I get really emotional, especially if you know that each girl that comes running towards you, and oh, that's the backstory. That was the girl that was on the dumpster. And they're happy and then cheerful. You have to do everything you can in your life to give these kids hope for the future.
You're so inspiring, and the way you speak with so much love about not just the children, but the women who take care of them. You told me they're fully qualified. They have professionals on hand.
Yes, that's the other thing. Normally you would think, okay, there's a building with 60 children, and they do what they can to keep them alive. Oh no, they make them happy.
For how many years have they been running this orphanage?
A lady from Germany started it about 25, 26 years ago with Fatima, the lady you have met, and they've never left. So they are there every single day. They live in the dorms with the kids. So when one of the kids at night has a nightmare, boom, they're right there. There are 2 child psychologists on staff, 2 welfare workers, and 1 legal person. So it is a well-run facility. Those psychologists, they have a program where they are constantly with the child, their mood swings, their thoughts, their fear and anger, and the kids talk a lot about that, the trauma. Until one day they say, I'd like to be a doctor. I can help my other friends. That moment is the key moment for them, because they say the moment they talk about a future is when we have won. We have gotten this child out of the traumatic past, and the hope has been created for a future with all the options. So that's why they all work towards that the kids will naturally say, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. To talk with them with my little, how would you call it? Translator. So I talk English into that thing, and then a woman says it. And I always ask her, okay, what would you like to be? And then you hear, I'd like to be a journalist. I'd like to be a doctor. I'd like to be a marine biologist. I'd like to be a supermodel. So it doesn't matter what they choose, as long as they have something that they can work towards.
Right.
The girl that had a leg shattered by her father, she only thinks about being a teacher. She wants to teach other kids, and she tells, I want to make everybody happy, and I want to give hope to everyone. She's 15, So, and if you see her homework, it's like meticulous.
Oh wow!
She's the one who wrote me that thank you letter.
She wrote that.
So
her handwriting is meticulous.
Yes, yeah. But you should see her homework. I'll walk in at 3 in the afternoon while they're still working on their homework, and I see all that. It could be like a book. So it's fantastic. And whenever she has a question, she goes into a dictionary. She goes with it until she found the answer.
Wow.
So that to me, is worth every penny that we can spend there, every minute, just to not kind of diminish their hopes.
You can help us help these children achieve their dreams. Why is it so important for other people to help?
Well, the thing is that, for one, how can you not help? That to me, everybody, and you included, if you walk into that place, you basically become a different person.
Yes.
Because you are discovering something that you didn't know existed. Just think of it as, if you help, like whatever you can give, even if you say, I'm coming down and volunteer for 3 months or anything, instead of going to your 12th vacation. Mm-hmm. Do this, because this will stick with you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
And if you can spare money to give it, it will go directly to that child. So you will see pictures of it, because if you give,
he takes the pictures. He has the proof.
I have every. So if someone says, okay, I donate towards the refrigeration room, well, just a couple of weeks ago, I had a whole slew of pictures from the first time that we brought it up, that we needed it, until we opened the door and the cold air can, like this to you, and you know that every dollar that you spend was used for that, because there's no middleman, there's no red tape. It's all going exactly towards that what you feel in your heart that you should want to contribute to. So, and sometimes it's like that. A refrigeration room is not necessarily a glamorous event, but it's a necessary event. Mm-hmm. Other things like happy kids with Christmas toys is nice as well, but those things are like, okay, Christmas is one day, and we have 364 more days, and the basic thing is make the living circumstances of these kids bearable, not luxurious, bearable, and keep them fed and healthy.
Keep the food coming.
Yes, I need help for this.
And even though you have gone into retirement, there are times you come out of it so that you could further help the children at the orphanage.
Well, I'm out of retirement, but I'm busier than ever. And basically, it's funny because I'll do guitar lessons, piano lessons, and all that. So I'm still back with music on a very basic level, but
the reward is...
It's so rewarding. And we started, I think, March last year with guitar class. I was able to get them 8 really good guitars, so it's not just for fun but serious. And this Christmas event, the girls gave their first concert. So, in a couple of months, and even, they had the choice of going to an aunt for Christmas. They said, no, I want to stay because I want to play.
Oh,
so
God,
they stayed at the orphanage to be part of the orchestra that they worked so hard for. So it's absolutely fantastic. And then they heard that you were coming, and I saw them excited. Oh, DJ, and it's not my world because I'm in the rock and roll business. So I thought, okay, good. Well, and when we had one the other day,
it was amazing.
It was fantastic.
It was amazing.
So that is another thing. What you do for them, if it's a small thing, you give them a lollipop, or you have movie nights. They are so grateful. They personally come to you and everyone involved, and they say thank you.
They say thank you. They say I love you.
Te quiero mucho. I love you. I love you, teacher DJ. Say it again.
And they hug you in a way you've never been hugged before. That was one of the first things I realized. Like, this is a very different kind of hug. This is a very
there's a lot of how would you call it, emotion.
I get goosebumps thinking about it.
It's not mandatory.
No,
right. Say,
it's not just like, hey, thanks.
No, they make it a point.
Thank you. Yeah. And you can help us. People can send used clothes. That's one thing. It's very hard to get objects from the States here because there really isn't a postal service, and to ship something small via FedEx is $100-something.
$100 for a letter.
So that's not really productive. But that $100 or $50 or $20 can go. What can $20 buy?
Well, the thing is, let's say you came here, and of course, I misused your goodness. So you brought a router. So we have internet. You brought 30 USB sticks that they need for school.
Yeah.
There are $4 in the United States. There are 20 here.
Yeah.
So those things are essential to help them get educated, and that is the best way to get stuff. A lot of people that live here still travel back and forth, and then we give them a list. Okay, we got 12 girls, age blah 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 blah, and shoe sizes, and they come back with the suitcases and donate. And it doesn't have to be new. A lot of kids have T-shirts that they don't even know
what it says on it.
I don't kiss and tell, like on a 12-year-old. But it's funny. So that helps. And if you can, well, of course, there's always a need for money to take on another project, like the water tanks.
Water tanks, cisterns, food.
So those things are year round. So we need funds year round, and everybody that sends donates money will get a personal thank you from me, and me telling, and pictures, of course, because I need to show the pictures.
So like I said, you can give and donate used things. It just takes a while to get here. If you wanted to help more immediately, there will be a fund set up. There are existing funds now. You'll see the links attached to this video. So we will go and do a DJ lesson and then give you a tour of the orphanage, and you'll meet some of the kids.
That will do it.
Then that'll do it.
If you ever think of just visiting Ecuador, give me a call, send me an email, because I will personally show you the sanctuary, the paradise that this is for the kids. It is for them heaven on earth.
And you'll never be the same.
No.
And you'll never see your life back home the same.
No.
All for the better. Okay, off to the orphanage.
Ciao.
Hola. Hola. Hola, amigos. Hola.
¿Quién habla inglés? Yo. Más o menos. ¿Más o menos? Sí, poquito. No sabemos. No, van. Okay. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. In English. 1, 2, 3, 4. You do English louder than Spanish. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Erwin, where are we going right now?
We're going to the sleeping quarters of the oldest girls, the girls between 12 and 18.
Okay.
They are here because they all started to attend college. So college is the cutoff, and there's that little girl, Angie. She's like this. She's the youngest one, just flies through all the educational classes. She's smart as a whip. So she's in here as well.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
So these are basically the bedrooms of the oldest girls. Hola.
Hola. That's Kelly. Kelly, she shows you.
Ah. Oh, how sweet.
And if you notice, no windows, it's just screens to the outside. So we're setting up ceiling fans. They will be installed next week. So they have a little bit of comfort at night when they're going to bed because, as you can see, it's a tin roof. And a tin roof with a blistering sun, it's a pressure cooker. Okay. And here we are with
Evelyn
Evelyn?
y Andrea.
Can come in? Yes. Evelyn, okay? Permiso? Okay, yes.
Hola.
She's
Hola.
the
Hola,
all the
Evelyn.
pictures. See?
Wow.
Oh, you got nice. Oh, I have that. You gave me that, huh? See?
Oh, wow.
Yes. You can see it's all very neat. It's basic, but very, very neat. And they take care of the stuff.
Okay.
Yo,
Sí.
Jessica,
Oh, Jessica.
duerme aquí. Yo,
Tú.
nombre.
Sí, nombre, ya, Liliana.
Yesenia.
Hey,
Yesenia.
enseña. ¿Aquí?
Sí.
Eso-
De ahí nadie.
Mío.
Tuyo, Erwin.
Now this is the room with the baby girls.
Yeah. But you can, here's Carlita. Huh?
Carlita.
Oh.
¿Dónde Carlitas? Okay. Carlita's room. Oh, hola.
Hey, Viviana. So no, two dormitories, no, huh?
Esto.
Two.
¿No?
¿Sí?
Sí, two.
No, yo no sé.
No, no. Beso. Bang, ¿no? Oh, gracias. Gracias. Oh.
Hola. Hola.
Yesenia.
Yesenia.
She is a really good photographer. I always give her my camera at the end of a fiesta,
Sí.
birthday party, and the last half hour she runs around. Y tú, mucho bueno de pintura too. Huh? Sí. She will be a good one because she checks them and does another take.
Unas muy bien
Sí.
ordenadas.
Oh,
Orden.
oh, look.
Ordenada, o sea,
Sí,
bien
muy
templado.
bien.
Falta la H. Aquí falta la. Déjame ver. Un ratito.
Debo mantener limpia y ordenada.
Oh.
Un ratito, un ratito, un ratito.
Habitación.
Sí, ahí.
But maybe, I don't know if you've seen this.
Habitación. Mire,
Hey,
las
look at
mujeres
this.
somos las principales en mantener el orden en todo lugar y todo momento.
Uh-huh.
Más difícil trabajar el orden, porque
Ajá.
hay 4.
Ah, sí, sí.
Cuando viven 2,
Ajá.
más orden.
Yeah, it's easier to have a clean room with two occupants.
Ah, estos son los 2 y de ahí las otras es de 2. Acá. Este es de 2, más orden. 2,
Ah, sí.
2, sí, es
Dos.
diferente.
A little
Sí,
more light, yeah.
Más orden, aquí todavía falta para poner
Sí, sí.
la
Sí,
esa, sí, es que- y así porque están
¿Se próxima
lavando.
2 semanas o...?
Sí, en 2 semanas ya
Ajá,
está puesto aquí
sí.
y aquí una cortina.
Oh, ¿sí?
Una
Oh,
cortina
sí.
así
I see.
para tapar, así,
Ajá.
destapado y ahí
Ajá.
sí. Más ordenada y ahí aprendiendo con amor y paciencia. Así. Con la gracia de Dios. Dios da
Ajá.
la fuerza, el
Ajá.
amor y todo. Sí.
They're happy together. They're bonding.
Limpiar el patio.
Me dijeron que era en el rato.
Ah, sí. Uy, hijito, sí. Ayudar para que termine. Pregunta cuántas hay primero.
Ya.
Pero tiene que haber 4. Si no hay 4, hay. Ya, vaya, ayudar. Todos ayudamos aquí en la casa. De acuerdo a la edad, todos ayudamos. Las chicas ayudan con los más pequeños. a ayudar.
They're bringing the food from the central kitchen
Ahí le toca el patio.
to the little boys' dorm.
¿Ustedes? No. Oh, saqué cortinas para lavar.
Okay.
Ahora
Ah.
limpieza.
Oh.
Limpieza ahora.
Hola. Oh, look, come quick. Oh, hola. Mi amiga. Oh. Hola. Juan Carlos. Hello.
Hola.
Oh, tú. Hola.
No quiero. ¿Por qué? Llorando.
Hey, come next
Siempre
door.
llora por algo.
Siempre llorando.
Él por algo. O sea, le vayan, quiere ropa de calle, que quiere salir.
You want me to go here? Okay, yo casa. Oh, tú. Casa, come. Oh. Tú. Foto. Aquí, foto. Hey, foto. Hey, foto. Oh, look.
Esta es mucha foto por acá.
Oh. Sí. Hey, Andy, mira. Look. See how cheerful it is. Yeah.
Hola.
Oh, tú cama.
Tito.
Pantalón.
Hola, Tito.
Los chicas, sí.
Chicas.
Tú. Oh, that's her bed.
Material de bambú,
Sí.
se hace la mesa
Sí.
y se pone la tierra.
Sí, ahora,
Eso se
sí.
llama vivero.
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 Sí. Ciao.